Hello students. Today we are going to have a recording class. Since we don't get much time in class, so I have taken this initiative. So in the last class we were talking about IT and ITES industry. As we know, IT is like information technology and ITE is like information technology enabled services. So we have discussed, as you can see here, I am highlighting these points here. So this line talks about the IT. I mean, the information technology enabled service sector has not only changed the way world looks at our country, but has also made significant contributions to our Indian economy. Okay, so we have learned about this in the last class already. So we are not going to discuss all about this. This is about IT, and here they have talked about like how ITES has evolved, or how they have um, how they are helping in the different kind of fields. So this part is about that only. Then it talks about the BPO services, and it talks about the outsourcing, right? So after that, we have learned what is IT-BPM, right? So after that, we have seen that why BPO service industry is exceptionally doing well in India. So we have these three key points. Then again, mm, we have learned the structure of IT BPM industry. What kind of IT BPMs are there? We have talked about MNC, or let's say ISPs and GIC. We have already talked about this. Then we came to the position that we need to know what are the applications in IT, right? So for this part, uh, we need to know. So we were discussing this part, right? So yeah, of course, we have discussed up to home computing and everyday life or IT in library. We have already talked about this, right? So we are going to start from IT in education. So yeah, so this is IT in education. I'm talking to you, and you are listening to me, or watching the presentation. I mean, not presentation; it's a book only, and you are watching me, right? So it's like a virtual class, right? So this is what IT does in education, okay? But it is the one perspective. The other perspective is like in a broad sense. I mean, education is something that we need to go through with new technologies. Implementing new technologies with our education system is a new benefit. It opens a new door for us. So here we can see, let me choose the hand tool. Yeah. So computers and information technology are extensively used in education for teaching and learning assessment, right? So see, I am already using my laptop. Okay. So this is the thing. The software and hardware technology is used for creation and transmission of information of various forms of including pictures, audio, video, and animations to the learner. Like I am sending you this video, right? So this is the way IT helps. And again, a lot of teaching resources are available for teachers for teach in a better way. So see, uh, IT is not only for students; it's for us also. I mean, like teachers are always teachers once were a student, like kabhi saas bhi kabhi bahu the. So the thing is something like we were also I know student at some point of time, and I'm still a student. I'm learning things. I'm learning new things from school, from these books, from your course, from you also. I'm learning new things. Okay, but IT has helped me in a better way. Okay, so it is helping me to do my work in a better way. So see, uh, this is the thing that IT does. Okay, so and after that we can see how do we use ICT in classroom. ICT is class, e-learning that we are already doing here. Then smart board presentation. We don't have a smart board right now here because and if you come into the school, if you start coming to the school after pandemic gets over, then you will of course have a smart board presentation, right? So after that, desktop publishing magazines and letters and documents, educational games, learning CD-ROM, these kind of stuffs are used in ICT in a classroom. Okay, so the next thing is to education. anywhere and anytime. Okay, education can be made available anywhere and anytime. Like you are going in a bus and you can always watch a YouTube video. Maybe you can always watch, like you can always do your homework in your smartphone. Like you can also give your test in your smartphone, right? The cyclic test that I have taken in the last week, the week before the last week, you many of you have attempted the test from your mobile only. You don't need a laptop or a computer for that, right? So yeah, so education anywhere, anytime, it's free. Education should be free, in my opinion. Okay, so fine. The next thing is teaching aids and media. ICT is used mostly in teaching aids in the school to use pictures, animations, and audio visuals to explain subjects that are difficult to explain. Sometimes it happens that you cannot even let's talk about me. Okay, so I was doing a class. Okay, last few classes, I mean all the classes that I have used only Google Meet, because I don't have a very good smartphone and my laptop has some issue with the camera. So I cannot show you. I mean, like, I couldn't do much like presentation, but like now you are seeing the screen only, so it's better when you see the screen and go with me, like you are watching me also and you are watching the screen also, like you like using a board, right? So this is how it helps, right? It's called teaching aids and media, right? So that's how ICT has helped. And next thing is a learning management system. That there are lots of platforms where they share videos, they share web materials, they share worksheets also. The platforms are becoming larger and larger every single day. Like, have you heard about Byju's or Khan Academy? Or maybe, our government has launched an initiative called Swayam. Okay, the Swayam platform is like the people from IITs, the professors from IITs and triple ITs or NITs, they perform, they do class online, okay, and they do the certificate course, and broadly we name it as a MOOCs, massive open online course, So ICT has provided those kind of platforms to help in learning. So these platforms are called learning management system. Okay. So yeah, those kind of things are there, and here are some extra things are also there. A student or a teacher can register himself on official website to access LMS. I have talked about this already, so we can skip it. IT in entertainment, of course, we are watching IPL or football, Barclays Premier League. How many of you are Barclays Premier League fans? I mean, like, football fans, not Barclays Premier League, like every football is same, but yeah, but Barclays Premier League is very standard game, a very standard football, like German Bundesliga, or I'm a fan of football. Okay, so don't mind me for saying all these things, but yeah, we always take the help of IT just for our entertainment, and of course we play games also, we chat, we use multimedia and whatnot. Okay, even people also uses social media to just to upload a, what you call a selfie, right? I don't know, I don't understand what kind of entertainment is that. Okay, fine. So getting over it, so we have come to a position that we need to know how IT has helped in communication, right? Can you see here IT in communication? So how does communication has been made easy? Now you can talk to people who are living in Germany or USA from here only. I don't have to explain anything about that, right? Yeah. So I'm skipping. Oh no. Wait. I cannot skip. So there are some nice bits of called email, chatting, FTP, telnet, and video conferencing. You know email and chatting, right? I don't have to explain these two things, but yeah. FTP, telnet, and video conferencing. This video conferencing, you also know, like the platform like Google Meet or Zoom. Yeah. So I don't need that, but what we need is a FTP, file transfer protocol. So this is something you might not know. I'm sure at least 90% if you don't know what is an FTP, right? So FTP. So it's called file transfer protocol. Sometimes you need to share a file. Who is maybe your friend lives in USA and you need to share a file to him. What will you do? Okay, so you can do a FTP. Nowadays we use a Google Drive, right? but doing FTP, helps a lot. Okay, it's like you can transfer file. Okay, it's just a way to send folders or files. Okay, FTP. Fine. So telnet is something. Telnet is similar to FTP, but the telnet is something that you will have a terminal screen. Okay, so telnet is, you don't have to worry about this much. But okay, fine, we can skip it now. IT in business. Okay, I guess I don't have to mention these also, right? You all already know, the facilities of, the facilities that is provided by, IT in the businesses. Can you see here? Computers are used in business organization for payroll calculation. Yeah. So if you get a salary, then of course you need a computer nowadays. Budgeting, sales analysis, financial forecasting, managing and maintaining stocks. See how it has helped. A lot of business transaction happens through internet called e-commerce. Oh, so you need to know the term e-commerce. You can go it on your own. So it facilitates marketing and customer visit a product, browsing and shopping basket, checking out blah blah blah. You have lots and lots of things there. I want you to do one thing. Just go on and study this thing and just point out the highlights of this IT in business. Okay, you can always do it. Yeah. So IT in science and engineering. So how does it help in IT in science and engineering? Of course, engineering is a lot easier now. Even I am doing software. I have done software engineering. Okay, I was working in Bangalore for 3 days. Never mind. So 3 days was a lot for me because I left the job for some reason. Never mind. So yeah, so software engineering and what happens is nowadays, other type of engineering like mechanical, civil, they are also using a software or tools which are helping them a lot to do a lot of work. So IT in science and engineering, I don't have to explain it to you, I guess. Oops. बोलिए.
ये ना
हाँ.
इसको ना ऑन करने से पहले इस पे रहता है ना, अभी नहीं रहता है मतलब ना साइड में जो.
ओके. अब 5 मिनट दीजिए, मैं क्लास खत्म क्या बोलता हूँ.
क्लास चल रहा है.
IT in banking. So, computer is an essential part of the modern banking system, right? So, computer is an essential part of banking. You go to SBI here in Teju, you will see a lot of lines. Like it's a never-ending streak of lines. So why? In earlier days, you could have you should see that. Okay, I mean, like, you cannot see it now because in earlier days people were lining, like if they're standing in a queue, like from your home to your school. Sometimes it happens because in earlier days there was no IT facility, but nowadays it has reduced to to a great extent. Okay, why? Because IT has helped them doing the deposits, particular transfer of funds and whatnot. IT in banking, like Google Play stuff. Sorry, not Google Pay, Google Pay. Google Pay and Paytm, these stuff is also helping banking, right? It has reduced a lot of work of banks. Okay, so IT helps in banking. Okay, some of the things you might not see in the book, but I'm just giving you for an extra information. You already know it. I don't have to do that. Okay, so IT in insurance. So insurance. So what to do when insurance means? Do you know what insurance is? Insurance company keeps all records of data of all the data. Okay, fine, we'll talk about it. But what is insurance? Insurance is something like you are going to ensure that if something happens to me, then they will provide me money. For that, you will have to give some extra money from your salary or say your daily wages to them, and if something goes wrong, they will provide you the full money. Okay, so these kind of things are there in insurance. Okay, so in order to keep their databases, so IT is the only way. There is no talking about database without IT. So IT in marketing. So you already know what marketing is. Sorry, there is a honeybee. So sorry. So IT in marketing. So you already know the marketing computers are also used for advertising products by using arts and graphic facility. You already know that. You can see lots of ads in your YouTube or TV. Let's say ad where not. That you just open your newspaper also, there you can see ads like Big Billion Days, Flipkart, Amazon, like what they call it, I don't know, mega sale or something, I don't know. So you can see those kind of ads like in newspaper also, in your what we call is TV also, YouTube also, like you now it is from in apps also. It's very irritating. Okay, fine. So IT in healthcare. Healthcare, how do you manage in healthcare? So see, in ICT in healthcare is for numerous ways like hospital management system. I guess I have talked about this in the last class. Maybe I have you forgot? I haven't forgot, but fine. So we don't need to talk about this. Like they manage the patient's records, right? So yeah, and they also use the ECG, EEG, ultrasound, CT scan. These kind of things are also there where you need to have an IT experts, right? So those other things are there. So again, uh, uh, so use of ICT in diagnosis. See, diagnosis also. See, how does it help? Okay, so with the advancement in computer hardware and software technology, various high-tech machines are used in diagnosis and treatment of crucial diseases, right? So, yeah, as you can see already, so I don't have to mention anything about it, right? So computerized XGL, so some of these machines, okay, so it has talked about some machines which can diagnose, right? Computerized axial tomography machine, CAT. Okay, I don't like cat, I like dogs. Okay, fine. So yeah, it's what it using this machine three-dimensional image of different parts of the body can be made. Oh, important. Why do we use cat? Not to pet, just diagnose. I didn't even know that cat can diagnose people. Okay, fine. MRI, magnetic resonance imaging machine. So we already know what MRI is, but still, oh, sorry. Yeah. So we already know what an MRI is, so we're not going to talk about this, okay? So there's a sign there. We don't have to talk about the signs, okay? And again, electrocardiogram machine, cardiac screening machine, and whatnot. Blood pressure measuring machine. Do you have a blood pressure? You might be having a blood pressure because you know exam is coming, right? Yeah. So after that, IT in government and public services. So okay, this is something huge. Here's something huge. I cannot even tell you how much it is helping me. Okay, the government is large scale, computer applications. Like your school has also a computer applications. Okay, your school has a website. Have you gone through it? I guess no, but you should go through it. So after that, governmental and non-governmental organization has international governmental organization use IT applications to communicate to provide various services. Now, say what happens is different government organizations, okay, they non-governmental and governmental organizations, they need to communicate to each other. So how do they do it? It's just by using ICT. Okay. So e-government. Have you seen the term e-government or e-governance somewhere? Because nowadays, people are our government are or central government or let's say state governments are becoming more aware towards e-governance. So the things are changing, right? Okay, the honeybees again here. Let me honeybee. I'm sorry, guys. He's lost, I guess. Okay, fine. So e-government. So ICT also helps in doing e-governance. Okay, and there are various official web portals of the government of India for e-governance. There are various advantages of e-governance, like the income tax department, sales tax department, preparation of voter list, preparation of PAN card, makes use of computer system. Okay, salute to you, IT. You are a big player. You have played everything, like in every way and in everywhere. Thanks. But thanks for being with us, IT. At least I can use my mobile and record this video and send it to you. Have fun. The chapter is finished. Can't you see here? It is finished. No more chapters. You can see here 14 by 14. Sorry, 14 by 14. Right? Bye.